That's just box A. Sure. A is smaller than A and B. Revenue. Economics is easy. Total fixed cost. Finally, let's see. If total cost is A, B, and C, and total variable cost is just A, then B and C is the leftover part of cost and has to represent the fixed cost. Get it? Got it? All right. I didn't end that little phrasing there because I didn't want to get sued. All right. That's a medium difficulty one. We made it even a little more complete by adding the boxes. The next one is always a favorite of mine. Always a favorite of mine. I suppose that's a code for maybe this one's going to be on the test. Well, something like it. I have a lot of favorites though, so I can't quite tell. But anyway, I have an obvious marginal cost there. It's unlabeled, so what's the first thing you should do? Oh, golly Moses. I should label it marginal cost. Okay. I have 3 lines cutting horizontally across, but the first thing I'm going to do is insert these average cost curves. I messed up just a little. That's going to be my average variable. And I messed up just a little because I wanted that to be the minimum point. I want to be nice and clear. Tough to do on the easel. It's a little off, you see, but try to avoid that. Try to avoid those little errors. Try to make it so that you know, the minimum point really is at the intersection with marginal cost. Anyway, I don't want to make it look at. I don't want to have it looking ridiculous. All right, here comes the average total cost. Obviously, it's above. Comes out there. That's a little better. If you're doing these just right, these are getting a little slimmer as you proceed out in the larger and larger output values. Mine's not perfect there, but it's adequate for this problem. All right, so there's 3 prices, 3 price lines. One's way high, like that one. Then there's one that goes right there, and it clearly intersects that minimum point of the average total cost curve. And then there's one right there, and more clearly on the handout than here, it's at the bottom of the AVC. So 3 points here, bottom of the AVC, bottom of the average total cost, and then this one way up here. Marginal revenue 1, marginal revenue 2, marginal revenue 3. 3 horizontal lines. They should be labeled as such. Good? Good. And 3 prices, 18, 12, and 6. The question is, which price brings a normal profit? Which price brings a normal profit? Well, you got to know what normal profit means. Normal profit. Long run equilibrium. No advantage, no disadvantage for any firms. They're all on a level playing field. Wow, economic profit is 0. I want economic profit is 0. Economic profit is 0, normal. That's when total revenue and total costs are equal. That's when the price equals the average variable, average total cost, I should say, average total cost. Which means I'm looking for this here point, the minimum of the average total cost as it intersects marginal cost. Got it. Got it. What price brings a normal profit? Price equals 12. All right. What I'd really like you to do in the picture, after identifying that point and getting that right, draw the line down right out that, or identify that output level so that it's clear. From those 4 points, the box, the corners of the box, total revenue equals total cost at price equals 12. Got it? Hope so. Spot, you got it? Spot, what do you think? You know what economic profit is? Are you okay? Okay, good. Let's see. One more picture. The difficult problem. The difficult problem. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to get this as best I can. You know, it's not easy making these videos. All right. It's kind of funny to have inside jokes. You know, considering this is going to go public and it's going to be broadcast on YouTube, we got some inside jokes here. It's not easy working on this easel. Anyway, last problem. It's actually the first one in the problem set or the graph set. I got this thing that goes like this. That's not great. In fact, I'm going to... Uh-oh. I'm going to revive it. I made a nice catch. Did you see that? Because it would have been very messy to do that. All right, give me a second here. That's good enough. Doesn't look pretty, but I'm not going to get crazy. Here we go. Take 2 on the very first picture of that graph problem set. There's money here, there's output here, right? A curve that starts there, off the origin. That's a little better. Not perfect, but I'm not going to redo anything. You got to recognize what that curve is. This is a curve, an example from the homework. There's only one number that's even listed on the vertical axis, the money axis. That's 100. And then the picture is completed with this other thing and another number up here. I misspoke earlier. I said that's the only number. Well, here's a 250, right? And a 15. All right, so that's what you're presented in the test. This is a problem from an old test. What are you looking at? Money, output, and this curvy line thing. The real clue is this one. That's why I was emphasizing it. That 100 should be a tip-off for you. Oh yeah, that's a fixed cost. The very first problem we ever did when we started these lessons in diminishing marginal returns, we did that, total cost curve. And we pointed out that the fixed cost is off the origin, but along the axis. So this is a total cost curve. Yes, total cost curve. The question says, what is the average variable cost at Q equals 15? At output 15. What is that? We got a total cost curve, 15 output, fixed cost. How do you interpret all this? I'm going to give you a little hint. All right, how much does it cost to produce 15 units? How much does it cost to produce 15 units? Up to the line, the curve that is, the total cost curve, $250. It costs $250 to produce 15 units. All right, total cost at 15 equals $250. What if I had asked you to calculate the average total cost? Well, that's got to be 250 divided by 15, right? Whatever that is. It's not quite 20. It's obviously more than 10. average variable cost. How do we get from the average total formula to the average variable? We know that's got to be total variable cost divided by 15, the quantity. If we could only get the total variable cost, that's really the missing thing. Everything else has been told for you. But wait, what's the one formula you gotta know, you should know by heart? Total cost equals fixed cost plus variable cost. You know two of these guys. Total cost, $250. Fixed cost, $100. What's the variable cost? Variable cost has to be $150. Now you have the most easy avenue to calculating average variable cost. 150 divided by 15. Well, that's 10. Economics is easy. Where's that on the picture? This distance. If this distance here is the fixed, that first 100, right? Then the rest of the cost has to be the variable cost portion of the total cost. Right? 100 plus 150 is 250. 150 divided by 15, 10. Economics is easy. All right, I'm going to stop here. On a separate video, I'll do a problem. Eventually, we'll do another group of graphs, another problem. That's what I had in mind for one of our lectures in the perfect competition sequence. We don't have time in the remaining days of the semester to cover everything because we lost all that time earlier in the year. So this is a makeup, right? This is catch up. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to post this as soon as possible. I made it on the 16th of March, and Spot was my big helper. Up, Spot. Say hi. Look in the camera and say hi. Say hi. You all right? Good, everybody. Thank you, and look for more, okay?